crafty friends. Okay, so I wanted to show y'all. Okay, I went to the Dollar Tree and I got this ice mold. So I thought, wonder what would happen if I squirted hot glue in here. You know, a thin layer, enough to cover the mold, and see how it did. And so I did, you know, and I showed you where it was the skull, and then I gilded it, and now I've painted over it with some Glitterific, which I think that's pretty festive. But then I thought, okay, well, hot glue sticks to glitter. So what if I sprinkle glitter in the bottom, then squirt my hot glue? The glue should stick to the glitter, and I should have success. So this was my first one. I think that's pretty successful. However, here's a warning. I put too much glitter in there because it doesn't take but just a little bit. And when I pop this out of this mold, because you got to kind of flip it inside out, glitter shot up in the air and went in my nose. Now, I'm sure that I'll be sneezing glitter, or maybe even pulling a troll, if you know what I mean. Because I coughed and hacked and carried on. So don't get carried away with the glitter. Now, this was the second one. I just used what was left in here and squirted it, which I think is amazing. I can't decide which one I actually even like the best. I kind of like this one. I don't know. They're both cool. So then I did this one, and it turned out really cool too. And it's one of the molds from Tuesday morning. This one. Now I got some clay and I tried it, but it kind of seemed heavy to me. Maybe I was using the wrong kind, and I've never tried epoxy. But that's one of those things that's on my list of to try things. Okay, so I wanted to tell you that. Now, I have some funny stuff to say, because I always like to look at the Farmer's Almanac and see what it says how the winter's going to be. You know, because farmers know this kind of thing. And I think it's pretty reliable. However, these are the signs. So I just want y'all to take note. Okay, number 1. Thicker than normal corn husk. If you grow corn, you know that. I don't know. Woodpeckers sharing a tree. Did you know that normally woodpeckers don't share a tree? Then I started thinking, have I ever seen 2 woodpeckers on a tree? No, I don't think I have. So keep your eyes open for that. Number 3, the early arrival of the snowy owl. Okay. We don't usually have snow here, and I don't think we have a snowy owl either. So, early departure of geese and ducks. Okay, well, I know that usually you know, that's usually something that if you see ducks flying south, you think, okay. Early migration of the monarch butterfly. Okay, well, we don't live in... I mean, I know monarch butterflies fly and for really long distances, but you don't usually see enough of them around flying off to call it a migration. Or let me just say that I never have. Here's a good one. Thick hair on the nape of a cow's neck. I know some of y'all have cows, so I want you to be checking that one for me. Heavy and numerous fogs during August. I always heard this as a child. Every fog in August means there's going to be a snow. I don't think it ever came to be, but that's what I always heard. Raccoons with thick tails and bright bands. The only raccoons I ever see are dead on the side of the road. And I don't check them out. It's one of those roadkill, try not to look at things, you know? Okay. Mice chewing furiously to get into your home. Now, I don't know about y'all, but if I saw a mouse chewing furiously at my home, I would be worrying about more things than a cold winter. The early arrival of crickets on the hearth. Again, don't really like crickets in the house. But, you know, there that is. Spiders spinning larger than usual webs and entering the house in great numbers. Okay, does that sound like Halloween? It did to me. Number 12, pigs gathering sticks. If your pig is outside and he's gathering sticks, look out. It's going to be a hard winter. I thought pigs gathered sticks like the 3 Little Pigs. He's just going to build him a house. But maybe that was because it was going to be a cold winter. I don't know. Ants marching in a line rather than meandering. Okay, here's the next thing. I think I've only ever seen ants march in a line unless you're trying to kill them and they're trying to run away and save their own life. Otherwise, I always see them walking in a line. Okay, let's see the next one. Early seclusion of bees within the hive. I'm not a hive person. I don't have bees. I do like honey, but I don't know that I get close enough to see if they were trying to hide in there. Unusual abundance of acorns. Now, I have 2 huge oak trees in my front yard, and I do have an unusual abundance of them. And the squirrels won't crack them in the yard. They have to crack them on the sidewalk or the walk up to the front door, which it makes it very painful for me to go get the mail unless I take the broom with me every day. So if that's an issue, it's going to be a terrible winter. Okay, number 16. Muskrats burrowing holes high on the riverbank. I just don't know what to say about that other than muskrat love. Okay, 17. See how high the hornet's nest. 'Twill tell you how high the snow will rest. Again, not interested in a hornet's nest being around it in any size, shape, or fashion. 18. The size of the orange band on the woolly bear or woolly worm. Okay, I don't know that I ever heard of the size of the band, but if you saw them crossing the road and more than one at a time, that was a sign. I have not seen that yet this year. I don't even think I've seen a woolly worm yet this year. So, okay, number 19. This one makes sense. Squirrels gathering nuts early to fortify against a hard winter. Well, our squirrels aren't gathering. They're cracking them on the sidewalk. They're just eating them. Unless they crack them and then take them home. That way, it leaves the trash at my place and not theirs. Okay, number 20. Frequent halos or rings around the sun or moon forecast numerous snowfalls. Okay, well, I was always taught that you don't look at the sun. So that's a no for me. Now, the moon, I don't know that I've ever seen a ring around the moon. Maybe if it was an eclipse. Anyway, I want y'all to tell me what you think about these things. And if you have any forecasts of your own. Because inquiring minds want to know. And I think it's very interesting and entertaining too. Okay, guys. Love y'all to pieces. Blessings.